All right, folks, welcome inside our match play portion of the QubicaAMF PWBA Sonoma County Open. This is what we've been waiting on, essentially. We'll get into our participants in just a second. Emil Williams Jr. here with you. Currently watching Karen Rosbrom. You saw Shannon Pluhowski start things off. Shannon throwing a different ball to start things here on, or excuse me, in match play. Very important to note that there was no re-oil during the mini break after the cashier's round. The next time there'll be fresh oil will be the group step ladder. Some of these participants may be in it. We will find out soon enough. This is game one of match play. Be sure to check your standings at pwba.com. We put a link up on Facebook in regards to, of course, standings and your leader at the particular point, which was Diana Zavilova and still is. Rosbrom and Shannon Pluhowski should be able to also check out the match play schedule online as well. Go to pwba.com/live or the homepage, and we'll have all of the information for you. Just click on the QubicaAMF slider. To our right, Kelly Kulik and Leanne Holsenberg on 29 and 30. Good shot there from Rosbrom. Leanne Holsenberg will get into, of course, her career a little bit. 26 PWBA titles, 27 professional. Shannon Pluhowski, good shot there. Pluhowski has led a few rounds, or I should say a few times during a couple rounds. But Diana Zavilova has been pretty consistent in that regard. Give you one more shot here for Shannon Pluhowski. If you're unfamiliar with match play, and if you're just joining us, of course, as well, this match play portion is essentially broken down into two groups, Groups A and B. Group A is made up of the odd seeds, essentially. And so for those who finished qualifying, including the cashier's round, and an odd number, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, is in Group A. The evens, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, are in Group B. They essentially will bowl match play against their respective or opponents in their respective groups. So they travel still across the house in their respective pairs, but they're bowling against players in their respective groups. All right, one more shot here of Karen Rosbrom early. Good shot there. Let's head to 29 and 30. Kelly Kulik and Leanne Holstenberg. Kelly leaves the 4-7. Again, this is game 1 of 6. The 6th game will be a position round. Always important. Obviously, when we get to that point, the magnitude will be at an all-time high because there are automatic TV finals berths on the line. That's what these bowlers are, of course, bowling for. If you win your respective group, if you are the top or have the top pinfall in your respective group after all 6 games, you will earn an automatic berth. You'll be the 1 or 2 seed depending on the pinfall between the two at that point. If you are not one of those two, you still have a chance if you are seeds 2, 3, or 4 in your respective group. They will then bowl in a group stepladder final. It'll be a Group A final and a Group B final, which we will have for you at 5 p.m. on Extra Frame. Spare from Holstenberg. Yeah, we saw Carolyn Dorn Ballard make a TV show last year at the Rochester Open. She made it through the group stepladder final. She actually was in 2 group stepladder finals last season. The first one, the Las Vegas Open. She was defeated there. Good shot from Holstenberg. But made it through an emotional moment for CDB to really get back to TV. First time she, of course, had been on television since 2003. And, of course, the hiatus began that year. Could have a similar situation if Leanne Holstenberg is able to make a little history here and earn her spot onto TV, whether it be through leading her group or the group stepladder final route. So again, a lot at stake. Kelly Kulik, talked about her season last year. 4 TV appearances the year before, the first year of the relaunch. Made 6 finals appearances, has not won a title as of yet. Shannon Pluhowski, throwing it pretty darn good. Not throwing your thing. This time around, let's go over to Shannon. Again, big thanks to QubicaAMF, their title sponsorship of this event and sponsorship of the PWBA Tour. The highest round this morning belonged to Brandy Branca. She went shot 13.05 for 6. Came out the gates with 256, 257. And that propelled her into the cut. So very good start for Brandy, of course. Of course, 30 bonus pins also on the line for match play as well. Good shot there for Rosbrom, getting the 8 out. Karen finished second in the most recent, the first actually of the season, PWBA Regional in Dublin, California, not too far from where we are now in the Bay Area. Finished second to Missy Parkin, the first team All-American in the mid-2000s. It's hard to believe, actually, not to date anyone, because I'm familiar with that time frame as well through my collegiate days. But first team All-American nonetheless at Fresno State, and those shots show you why. She missed the cut in both Northern California events last season. She missed the Cashers round cut by just a few pins in both events, and now bowling, of course, first stop here. Back to Pluhowski. She's ready to go. First stop here already in match play, with a very good chance, of course. You know, 6 games, a lot can happen, as we certainly know in our sport in 6 games. A good shot there from Holstenberg. First open frame of the match by either player. Well, Rosbrom with they would extend that lead now. Good bounce back shot, buries the rack for Pluhowski. So she struck in the 9th. Kulik, of course, with a 10 pin. No opens here by any player as of yet. So Karen Rosbrom will finish the match first here in game 1 of 6. Kulik will take care of the spare. Here is Karen Rosbrom. Let's got to push a little bit. And 4, 7, 10. Pluhowski can shoot max score of 231. Keep an eye on Brandy Branco. We mentioned her solid start to the Cashers round. That was on the fresh. Still coming out firing this game as well as we begin match play. On the other side, big shot there for Kelly Kulik in the 8th frame. All right, she gets 1. Well, still in good shape from a match perspective, but she'll need a double and 9 pins to shut out Shannon Pluhowski and pick up the 30 bonus pins. Meanwhile, Leanne Holstenberg, you see her score very quickly. Pretty good match brewing here. Holstenberg with the advantage at the moment. Rosbrom ready. Coming into the left side of your screen on lane 25. Couple bounces and gets a trip 4. It's a big shot there. Of course, match play bonus pins, all the importance as well. Holstenberg, big 4. All right, back over to Rostrom here. Second shot, 10th frame. That's got to get some help. And crosses over, leaves the 10 pin. So now Shannon Pluhowski will need to double in the 10th. Strike 9 won't do it, if my math is correct. Good opening round game nonetheless for Karen Rostrom, 223. This is where, of course, when you have a chance to win a game, those 30 bonus spins go a long way. At worst, trying to get to a group step ladder position. Pluhowski, first shot, get out of there, 7. Strike will add 30 bonus spins to Shannon's winning game total here. Olsenberg gave the open in the 9th. She had 191. Kelly Kulik spared in the 9th. What she can do is shoot 209. Pluhowski. Double in the 10th, and that's going to earn her 30 bonus. She'll get the opening win in game number 1. Now over to Kulik. Again, coming in left side of your screen. Good shot. Maybe one more look at where Pluhowski is playing a little different than what she was doing earlier. Different ball, moving right on the lane. That's enough for a win, 228 to 223. And just like that, game 1 has come to an end. On 25 and 26, that is. High flush, 7. I would have at least forced a strike there. Would have forced Leanne Holstenberg to mark. That was spring 19 pins, I believe. Strike. Good count. Now she can go 9 out. 9 on 2 balls to get the victory here. Kelly always a fan favorite. Where is Holstenberg? Good shot there, and that's a first game winner for Leanne. Bowlers looking to get to, of course, the top 4. But today, to do that, again, you need to either lead your respective group, Group A or Group B, or be high enough in the standings to earn a spot in a group stepladder final. All right, Holstenberg through the nose. Of course, this the QubicaAMF PWBA Sonoma County Open will be taped May 23rd. It's part of the USBC Queens week. The show will air on CBS Sports Network Tuesday, June 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. 210 to 199. So we'll have Kelly Kulik and Rocio Restrepo on 25 and 26. Restrepo just finishing up. Karen Rosburn will move over to 29 and 30 to take on Kayla Johnson. Match play brings about that different feel, folks. I'm sure many of you, if you bowl, you've experienced it. Even if you've watched, whether you've watched online, watched on TV, watched in person, it's a different level of it kind of in the air, if you will. I can feel it. You know, that kind of thing. The intensity certainly rises. The atmosphere is a little different. The fans can know the situation. That they know what's important. They know which shots are a must. We'll take a brief, very small break. Very briefly as we await 25 and 26 to start. It'll be again Kelly and Rocio. They will start here in just a few seconds. Be right back. All right, Kelly Kulik off to a good start on 25 and 26. Early double. Kayla Johnson and Karen Rostrom off and running on 29 and 30. This is game 2, folks. Game 2 of 6. Final game will be match play. Will be a match play, or excuse me, a position round. I beg your pardon. Will be a position round game. Here's Restrepo. It's high, 6-4-7-10. Meanwhile, Kayla Johnson in an early double. Let's take a look at Kelly Kulik. Now on lane 26. That one went left. So let's look at the Karen Rostrom here. Open in the first, strike in the second. Good shot. Big double early to match after the open frame. Man, Kulik chops the 6 off the 10. Here's Kayla Johnson. A little bit outside there. 1, 2, 4. Back at it here on 29 after the spare. In your match play finalists include Diana Zaviolova, Lilia Robles, Missy Parkin, Tanya Raumimper, mentioned Leanne Holstenberg, Maria Jose Rodriguez. Right now it's going to be tough to catch Diana Zaviolova. Take a look at our match play standings after one game. Diana Z at plus 202 in Group A. Second to her is Missy Parkin at plus 110. Brandy Branca is third at plus 97. Lilia Robles is fourth at minus 59. One more for Rostrom. We'll keep it here as Restrepo taking a piece of tape out of the thumb hole. She will put a new piece in. Over on 26. 3 in a row now for Rostrom. Karen, the only non-member or amateur to make the match play portion here in Group B. Good shot there off camera for Restrepo after the tape change. 10-pin for Rosper. We'll take you to Restrepo here momentarily. Again, finishing up Group A, Zabulova, Parkin, Branca, Robles, Rodriguez, and Rauminper. Group B is Pluhowski, Restrepo, Rosper, Hulsenberg, Kulik, and Kayla Johnson. Guerin is +3 after the 2:23 start. Restrepo is +121, second in front of Rosper. That shot there from Restrepo. A 2-pin off camera for Kayla Johnson. You can see a few firsts. Missy Parkin potentially could make her first TV appearance. I'm talking actual TV. Another tape change there, so we'll take you to 29 and 30. It's spare for Kayla Johnson. Nice shot for Kulik. Again off camera after the tape. Here's Kayla Johnson and gets out of trouble. Missy Parkin had a couple of championship round appearances in 2015. Did not make TV last season. An open frame by Kayla Johnson in the 6th. Here is Kelly Kulik. 25 and 26 looking for a double. Good shot. Big double there for Kelly. So both players change tape in the thumb hole. They remove, at least Rocio removed one piece. Did not see how many Kelly removed or added. They made the change and they both double after their respective changes. So you gotta do, folks, if you're watching at home, you're bowling a tournament or league or even anything, practice. If it doesn't feel right, you say, man, I think I should pull a piece of tape out. It probably means you should do it. You have already said in your mind that that's the right move. So go ahead and follow through with that. And a Rosbrum just clips the 3-pin. Or spare in the 6th frame. It's in a 9-pin advantage. Tie match here between Kulik and Restrepo. Good shot. That ball just drove right through everything it needed to. Rostam strikes on 29 and 30. So 4 in a row for Rocio Restrepo. Just like that, Kulik now will try to match. And we thank you for joining us. My name is Emil Williams Jr. Big thanks to all of our viewers and fans of the PWBA and women's bowling. If you're a fan of the sport in general, it's a good way to kick off our 2017 season. That one is high for Kulik, and she leaves at 4-7. Over to Kayla Johnson, 29 and 30. And no love on the 7. So she'll have 9. Hopefully 9 spare for her as she looks to move on to the left lane. Kelly, meanwhile, spares over on 25 and 26. Randy Branca looking for another strike on the other side. 7th pin converted for Kayla Johnson. Let's take a look at Kulik as we get into the 8th frame. We'll have Diana Z and Maria Jose Rodriguez on 25 and 26. In our next game, big shot there for Kulik. Over on 29 and 30, we'll look for Tanya Rao-Mimper and Missy Parkin. Those are our upcoming matches on the featured pairs this afternoon. There's Kayla Johnson. It gets them all to fall down. Kayla right now pacing at 190. Rostrom pacing at 2-0. Pin lead, or excuse me, Rostrom trails by 11. I believe I said she led earlier. All right, high flush. She shakes her head and probably somewhat disbelief, somewhat frustration, etc., etc. Big double there, though. Pin spare for Rocio Restrepo. Rostrom with a double. Again with the lead. That one is definitely left. And a 6-pin. I think the 2 first names, the initials, giving the old eyes a run for their money there. Quickly trying to add up the scores. All right, single pin conversion. Back over to Restrepo. Pretty close match still here. It's a big shot though. Max score for Restrepo, 235. Kulik can shoot 234. Kelly with her left calf now kind of in front of the right ball return arm. That's got a hook. That's some help. Oh, wow. All right, 2 pin remains. 5 almost fell forward to clip it. Spare in the 9th frame off camera for Kayla Johnson. All right, so Johnson trailing by 18 pins as they head to the 10th frame in that match. double-decker lanes. Get a big thanks to Jim Decker. Big strike there. First one in the 10th for Kayla Johnson. Looking at a double at least to force Karen to do some work in the 10th frame. Kulik, just a beautiful shot. She can shoot 214. If she shoots 214, Restrepo can go spare strike. Shoot 215. And win the match by 1. Meanwhile, Kayla Johnson just doubled. She can shoot 205. Either way, Karen Rossman will have to mark in the 10th to win this game. This is Kulik trying to put a little pressure on Restrepo. That's high, and the 9 won't go. Now 204 the max for Kelly Kulik. Restrepo will have to mark as well as Kelly picks this up. And off camera, 8 on the field, 203. A mark needed for Karen Rosbrom. 204 again for Kulik. Almost trouble. Makeable spare 6 pin to earn 30 bonus pins for Rosbrom here. And a game 2 victory will move her record to 1-1. All right, Rosbrom makes the spare. That'll be a W for Karen. Here is Restrepo. Good shot. Karen Rosbrom, meanwhile, shoots 211. So she's on the board and give her 30 additional. On the board in the win column. Restrepo, of course, has won this game. Now trying to add to her score, their overall total. Cross is over, she'll take it. So we'll try a different ball here on the fill. Let's see some low scores, which has been no surprise, of course. But Brandy Branco went 100 over this morning. So some folks have been able to put a block together. 235 for Restrepo. That's a big game. She will add a total of 65 pins to her pinfall, including the bonus. All right, coming up next again, 1 and 7. That is Diana Zavgilova and Maria Jose Rodriguez. If you're taking a look at your match play schedule, and of course 11 and 3, Tanya Rao-Mingper and Missy Parkin. just about ready. Missy Parkin is here. Tanya Raumimper is completing the 10th frame. I may have just gotten a very nice break of the second shot in the 10th. I see a string of at least 4 in a row. That could be 240 down there potentially. All right, Diane is here. All right, gave it an extra frame. Looks like 214 for Raumimper. So she'll make her way down to 29 and 30, and we'll get things started over on 25 and 26. Almost halfway through match play. Diana Z, your leader. In Group A. Again, 2 groups, folks, Group A and Group B. Shannon Puhalski currently leading Group B. That was after 1 game. Strepo was in second in Group B. That one could go down to the wire. Again, the leader of the respective groups after all 6 games will receive the automatic spots into match play. There's a bit of separation between first and second in Group A after 1 plus 202 was Diana Z plus a 110. Was Missy Parkin, Randy Branca at plus 97. The way it works essentially, of course, again, top seed gets the automatic TV spot. Then 2, 3, 4 will battle in the group step ladder final. .245 conversion, and Maria ecstatic about taking care of business there. Very good start no matter what happens to the season for all of these ladies. Get the season started in match play. Of course, someone will earn the TV spot, or 4 people will earn TV spots, but considering the condition, because that's got to do some wonders for players' confidence to be able to excel on, of course, tough conditions. I look at someone like Brandy Branca, looking to kind of break through, be that next player that we all talk about. Restrepo, of course, made her presence felt last season in 2016. Diana Z has won a PWBA title, also a major champion. She won in 2015 during the relaunch year, the Minnesota Open. Rohnert made a television final last year. Good shot there. Also well known from her days as a Wichita State Shocker. Made the finals of the Greater Detroit Open. Zavialova a double off camera. Here is Rohnert for first time we get to see her here in match play. Started with an early double. And a 4-pin for Tanya. All right, back over to Maria. Missy Parkin trying to, again, get back to television. Made a couple championship round appearances in 2015, none last year. She did make a couple group step ladder finals. Well, she was close. Oh, and Maria about maybe 7th arrow, maybe. It's a 3-bagger nonetheless. Let's take a look at Missy Parkin here in game 3. Missy doesn't have on my favorite jersey. She has a couple that I really like. One is has the California license plate on the back of her jersey. It says Parkin, of course, on it. And that's a 2-pin, or a 3-pin, excuse me. Zavialova. Diana Z trying to think about all the great things that happened to her at this event last year in this building. And I'm sure not even worrying about it, trying to just keep it out of the back of her mind, of course. Just missing out ultimately on TV. Losing that top spot in position round of match play. And continue to do what she has been doing, which is fill frames. She certainly has had some good time striking, but Rohnert up here. Shot. Trip 4 for Diana, big fist pump. a 1-2-8 for Tanya. Maria taking her time, making sure she is good to go. Briefly taking the scoreboard off, I'll remember to put it back to give you an idea where she is on the right lane. And it carries for her. Now 4 in a row for Maria. Let's take a look at standings after 2. All right, 3-10 for Rodriguez. Open frame in the 6th now for Rodriguez. Back over to Parkin. 9-pin match. Parkin and Rohnert. As he won the first PWBA regional that was held not too long ago in Dublin, California, and that's a big double. First double for Parkin this game. Well, if there's one pair that has, to me, has been giving, and I haven't seen every pair, of course, throughout, but Diana Z just had trouble getting the ball through the heads and on this pair. It could just be me. Spare off camera, 3-10 all the way. But Brandy Branca. Brandy has found something. And it started this morning in the cashier's round. Open frame for Tanya. She is down on 17 and 18. It looks like 279 max, and they're deep in the game, late in that game. Good shot there from Rohnert. Remember when Tanya made a TV show last year, I was outside doing, actually working. We had to find a good source of internet at that point. I was finishing up, and she was just so excited. I think that'll probably one of the things I'll never forget, just to see all of her facial expressions, the joy. But then she called her college coach, Coach Lewis, from Wichita State and shared the excitement. Holly Harris was on that call as well. You can hear all of them right through the phone. That's what it's about, folks, making those kind of memories, history, and Rodriguez now in danger. A washout here. Staying calm, cool, and collected. All right, looks like a 5-7 and the 10th frame for Brandy Branca. Let's give a quick look. Again, Zabielova at plus 216, Parkin at plus 161 in Group A, and she made the spare. Well, Brandy Branca is breaking it today, folks. All right, Tanya will go first. So Branca now plus 88 after 2 games in the 3rd position in Group A, and hot on the trails of Missy Parkin. I believe a 257 game down there for Branca. So Brandy not trying to make it easy on Diana, who is the top seed, and certainly Missy. That group step ladder final. If you're the 2 seed, essentially, you are the top seed in the group step ladder. Lilia Robles minus 88, still throwing good shots. She's had a very good weekend also. Back over to Raul Mimper. Let's see what we will get a chance to check out Brandy Branca. We will in our Game 4 match, so keep it locked right here. It'll be Brandy Branca and Diana Zabielova. That one could change some things potentially, depending on the result, of course. But we look forward to that one in Game 4. Let's spare there for DZ3. All right, so Zabielova spare 7th and the spare in the 8th. 143 in the 7th. Rodriguez 144 in the 7th. It's a 1-pin match. Rodriguez, of course, on a strike. Raul Mimper with the 310 off camera. That happened in the 9th frame. She was working on a double. Big spare. All right, max score now 214. Pace net 2-0. She can go strike, spare, spare, strike. Or strike, spare, beg your pardon, for 204. Here is Zabielova. Much needed. How about Missy Parkin? I'll tell you, a close match here, but a double certainly could extend. Big shot. 10 back for Missy Parkin. That's a huge double. Now Missy in full control of this game. Whether or not she will come away with the victory. Maria backs up, puts the ball down, will start over. And so Missy Parkin will be first. and Holstenberg and Rocio Restrepo locked in a pretty good match there as well. It's 11 pins, almost a split in the 10th. Big trip 4. And Rodriguez, who does not have to finish now on the right lane. And definitely get into 7th arrow if necessary on lane 25. A big double in the 10th. Certainly not over yet. Zabielova can max at 223. Rodriguez can shut her out here. She can max, of course, at 234. But like the first one in the 10th, spare in the 10th frame for Parkin. Interesting lead for Leanne Holstenberg in the 10th. Probably some pins that fell over. That looks like the 1-5, but it's hard to tell. Maybe a 1-9. Big shot for Rodriguez. All right, big shot here. Strike on the second shot will shut out Zabielova. She goes 9 spare. There's the possibility of a tie. If DZ throws all 3 in the 10th, 217 for Missy Parkin. And she does enough. Able to shut out Tanya Rao-Mimper. And Rodriguez now with the 9-10. Either way, Zabielova now can perform in the 10th to potentially win this game. Keep it here. All right, she'll get 1. 221 for Maria. Double and 9 for Zabielova, and she will win this game. Gets the first. Best shot of the match right there for Diana. Last look at Rao-Mimper on this pair, 29 and 30. (217-202). Missy Parkin with the victory. All right, that one reads a little bit early, and Maria Jose will get a victory. To 21-11. Mentioned Branca and Zabielova coming up next on 29 and 30. Really looking forward to that game. Brandy Branca has been on a tear here this morning. Brandy, of course, a collegiate coach, as well at Maryville University in St. Louis, Missouri. Of course, lives in Fairview Heights at the moment. Born in Monmouth, Illinois. Went to high school in Kankakee. Actually went to McKendree University. That is where she bowled collegiately. All right, folks, we're ready to go. Olsenberg will start on 25 and 26. Game 4 moving right along. I'll check that Brandy Branca will start. But they both strike, so cancel each other out. How about that? Big match here. 211. Last game, Zavialova. I believe 250. That number for me is unofficial. Good opening shot. If you're just joining us, you are watching our continued live coverage of the QubicaAMF PWBA Sonoma County Open. Thank you to QubicaAMF for their sponsorship, not only of this event, but the PWBA Tour as a whole. 4-6 now for Johnson off camera. This is the match play. The top 12 have made it this far. Match play, the participants broken up into two groups, Group A and Group B. Odds in Group A, evens in Group B. After 6 games, including a final game position round, the leaders of their respective groups, so the Group A leader and the Group B leader, highest pinfall of each, will earn automatic berths onto the TV finals of this event. Seeds 2, 3, and 4 for both groups will participate then in a group stepladder final. Group A will have one. I believe it'll be on 25 and 26. Group B should be on 29 and 30, or vice versa. check that for you when it's time, but and that's how the final 2 participants will be determined. And spare, or excuse me, 10-pin up for Brandy Branco. Mentioned Brandy and her collegiate experience. Runner-up with the squad with the McKendree Bearcats, of course. Her phenomenal program that she is associated with, of course, as she makes the 10-pin. And they had won that won an NCAA title and an intercollegiate team championship title this year, led by head coach Shannon O'Keefe. Brandy, a 2-time first-team All-American as well, and for the 10-11 season and the 11-12 season, also an NAIA first-team All-American. They did win, however, the 2011 NAIA National Championship, voted most valuable player that season as well. Last year, her highest finish was 9th at the Greater Open, or excuse me, Greater Detroit Open. Right now, she's looking to do a little bit better than 9th, that's for sure. She has made up the most ground. Another look here at Zavialova. DZ with the coolest hair on tour. All right, 4-pin falls. Said she would never have long hair again. Pretty adamant about that. And funny at the same time, her PWA player profile. All right, Kayla Johnson struggling a little bit here. With spare, open, open. I haven't seen Shannon P since I think game 1. Well, I just saw a 444, so that certainly helps. All right, let's take a look at see if our scores are updated. Not just yet, should be coming up shortly. 3-stepping is Kelly Kulik down on the high end. And Zavialova went runaway there and leaves a tough spare. The old 5-6-10. See where Leanne Holsenberg remains. At least 3-6-10. I'm always interested to see how this spare goes for folks. And that's pretty textbook right there. Folks, don't forget to keep up with the PWBA Tour. Open frame there for Leanne. On social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Meanwhile, 3-6-10 for Brandy over on lane 30. Oh, roll for. Well, much needed. Need a score correction. All right, let's get the score corrected on 25. So look at Brandy Branca. Get an idea of her laydown point right here on this left lane. I think she's done a lot of that today. Kayla Johnson looking for the right combo. So high there, leaves a 4-7. Good spare for Kayla Johnson. Kayla, of course, a Team USA member. Lova off camera, able to knock him down. This is game 4 of 6. Next week we will be in Sacramento, California. 2 stops in Northern California, and then we will head to Fountain Valley, California for the Fountain Valley Open the following week in Southern California. Holstenberg from the Sacramento area. Originally from Roseville, California. Branca looking for a double. Good shot. All right, Leanne Holstenberg now with 3 in a row. got the break in the 5th, and has turned it into a triple. Now back to Brandy Branca trying to triple as well. Looking for a 3-bagger and flat 10. Ball almost bounced back onto the deck. And an 8-10 was just left off camera by Kayla Johnson. That's when you know they're tough. You would never see Kayla Johnson leave an 8-10. The open frame for Branca there. Big 30 pins on the line. If Branca did indeed shoot 250. Again, just waiting for the update on that. She'd be 82 pins down from Diana Z, including what they shoot here, and whoever wins the bonus for Brandy. This is a big game. Johnson struggling a little bit here. She strikes in the 8th. Open frame in the 7th for Diana, misses the 310. Olsenberg looking for 4 in a row. What a style. One that has transcended time. At one point, probably ahead of her time. Able to make balls hook from places that they weren't hooking from. The time where she was the best player on the tour for many years. Still able to compete at a high level. Certainly a testament to her own game. Of course, last title coming in 2011, U.S. Women's Open. That's a major title as well. And maybe a touch slow. Leaves the 4-6-7. Glover got a break, meanwhile, in the 8th frame. All right. Brandy Branca. Shot. Back over to Kayla Johnson. Didn't lose anything on that shot, was on a strike. Kayla can bring the spare here. Here is Branca. It got a touch fast there. And the spare made for Kayla Johnson. All right, she'll enter the 10th frame. Olsenberg will get the victory. All right, coming down to it here in this match. Oh, trouble. And the ninth for Diana Z. All right, Kayla Johnson. Kayla's final shot here on 25. .154 for Kayla. Now a 6-7 attempt from Zavialova. It's opened in the ninth frame. Max score of 181. Brenka's max is 207. Pacing still at 190. And the 10 pin for Holstenberg in that match in hand here in game number 4. That game in hand, I should say. That's a big one. Much needed. Either way, Branka would need a good count if she were to open. More help on the Brooklyn side. Coming up next. Quiet here in the bowling center. The anticipation of position round is coming up very, very soon. All right, 180 for Diana Z. She's got a couple more games to kind of stay with it here. Try to maintain that top spot. Get the sense. She knew this was a big game considering Branka's start. Nice shot if she wraps a 9 pin or 10 pin. Yikes. That's more than enough for the victory. So she will grab an additional 30 bonus spin. Now she will give a few. If we give her the spare strike, of course, she'll give 4 pins back. On a pin count, but in a low-scoring match, if you get the win, that makes it a little bit better, of course. So Karen Rosbrum will fall to Restrepo at the most by 1 pin. Needed to strike in the first shot. $192 to $191. 196 to 180. All right, coming up next, Tanya Raumimper and Lilia Robles on 25 and 26. Randy Branca continues to make moves here. We'll be back in a moment, folks. You're watching 2017 QubicaAMF Sonoma County Open on Extra Frame. All right, folks. Pluhowski, Restrepo, Robles, and Raumimper. All right, score update in. Already after 4 games. Brief delay during game 3. We had talked about it and what we've come up with is the Brandy Branca match. Now, you guys follow me here. Again, couldn't get that update in time, but it's in now with both games. Branca, after winning that last game versus Zavyalova, is now tied for second in Group A at plus 201. When we started this thing, DZ had at least, I believe, a 100-pin lead, if I'm not mistaken. Now, she's got company. Missy Parkin has been in second behind Zavyalova the entire time. And, folks, this is almost a splitting image of what we saw a little bit of last year. At DZ kind of having a nice lead, a good cushion. As match play went on, she lost some close games. And now she's got company. Again, Maria Jose Rodriguez is plus 10. Lilia Robles, as we take a look at Raumimper, she will go first. How'd that happen? All right, Restrepo. What a shot. All right, Rodriguez again, plus 10 in Group A. She is in 4th. So she would have the last group stepladder position. Lilia Robles is in 5th. She is 38 under. 28 under overall, 38 back from 4th. And Raumimper is 84 pins back from 4th place to get into the group stepladder. And Pluhowski high, leaving the 247. In Group B, Restrepo has taken the lead over Shannon Pluhowski. Shannon shot 163 in game 3, but did get the victory. They both are 4-0. In fact, the only 2 players undefeated in match play are in the same group. So this is a position round before a position round. A big opportunity for Pluhowski. That's just a tough pair right there. They're all tough, of course. Face there. And here's Lilia Robles. Oh, good shot. He's a 7-pin. Robles still in play here. She is 38 pins back again from 4th in Group A. That would get her in the stepladder. Finishing off Group B, Karen Rosbrom is 3rd. He is 1-3, but still hanging tough at -8 overall. Leanne Holsenberg is -40. In 4th, Kelly Kulik Kulik is at minus 105th, 60 back right now of 4th in Group B. And Kayla Johnson is minus 187, 147 pins back of 4th. And Diana Zavialova has taken heat. She has started with spare in the next 4 on lane 33. She is taking on Missy Parkin. So the way the schedule worked out, again, another kind of potential position round prior to the actual position round. She goes from Brandy Branca to Missy Parkin. Lost to Branca, out early with a nice lead on Missy Parkin in game 5. Strep almost left at 5-7, and Parkin down on 34 wraps a 10 pin. All right, back to Raul Mimper over on 25 and 26. There will be fresh oil for the group stepladder final. So if any of these players really enjoyed the fresh, they'll have an opportunity to see it. They've got to make the group stepladder final to do it. Or if you're near the top, of course. At this point, we've got players near the top who are obviously trying to vie for the top and the automatic seed. And then, of course, at that point, it's just about getting into the group stepladder final. Then that's how you've got your chance. All right, Shannon. There's 7 count here on this lane. Another good match between Branca and Maria Jose Rodriguez. See if Raul Mimper can get far enough left. Shannon makes the spare. Well, that ball's rolling early as well. Split in the 6th frame. For Diana Z, and now an open in the 6th frame for Pluhowski. So 2 opens here in game number 5. See if Restrepo again can capitalize. Split there from Robles. Here is Restrepo. That one is high as well. Now 310. What we're seeing from the players at this point As Angie Ramirez talked a little bit about earlier today, players started further left this morning. Less people, got a better idea on what to do, where to play, where they want to play. And then also, of course, now we're kind of into what is essentially game 11 of the day. Big spare there for Restrepo. Raul Meeper just can't get the ball to not start up as quick as it is. Jabielova after the open in the 6th struck in the 7th. Still got a 20-pin lead on Missy Parkin. All right, Restrepo, who is clean through 6, with the advantage here against Shannon Pluhowski. She went Brooklyn and almost left a 5-7, and the 7 was late to go down. Restrepo trying to add to her lead here after 4 games. 44 pins overall, ahead of Shannon Pluhowski. Again, both are 4-0. One will have a loss after this, and one will not gain an extra 30 pins. All right, spare made. Shot for Robles. Again, trying to make the group step ladder, and basically at this point it's going to be between her, Robles, I'm speaking of, and Maria Jose Rodriguez. And a very small outside chance, as you see Shannon Pluhowski strike. She struck on lane 30 in frame 7. That's a big double. Made a ball change back to what looked to be a purple urethane ball, purple hammer. Something that we saw her throw a lot of yesterday and on the fresh, but did not see that this morning. I beg your pardon. My bad. All right, out of trouble. Pluhowski can make this interesting with Restrepo here. Back score of 209. Count important now for Restrepo as she continues to move forward. Quick look at Rohnert. She made a ball change. A much better shot. Again, still an opportunity. Group B is very undecided. Or excuse me, Group A, I beg your pardon. Group B margin of deficit is a little larger when you get down to 5th and 6th place. Kelly Kulick, 60 back, still not too much, but Kayla Johnson is 147 back. When you look at the top of Group A, again, Zabielova plus 207, Branca and Parkin at plus 201, then the big dip. Maria Jose Rodriguez is in 4th at plus 10. And Zabielova now opens in the 9th frame. So it looks like the best she can do is shoot 213. Looks like Missy Parkin can max at 195. My eyes are right. Restrepo, big shot. That patented kind of step off from Restrepo. Rocio, of course, a very strong pick. Player of the year, rightfully so. She would be deemed certainly a breakout star from 2016. At our PWBA roundtable. Shannon didn't get that one left. Again, position round game coming up. Open frame for Rohnert. Tanya, despite not having man of the pocket, trying to get the ball right. That was her first open. And now she gives Lilia Robles an opportunity here to potentially steal a win and get closer to that 4th seed. All right, Pluhowski makes the spare back up on 29. And leaves a 4-7. Very good shot from Robles. Pluhowski, this one all but over. Went 8 spare. I'll show you her final shots. She will shoot 175. Restrepo, of course, for the game. She needs good count. What a shot there for Robles. Again, 38 pins back of 4th place. That is Maria Jose Rodriguez. That is her entryway into the group step ladder at the moment in Group A. Restrepo. Wanted to pad that lead, but instead leaves a 4-pin. Can she double? Lilia. And it sailed on her a little bit. Nonetheless, though, she does the job. Put some pressure on Rohnert now. That would have essentially nearly shut out Rohnert. She will have the opportunity to throw 3 strikes and the 10th to win the game. She could double and get 9, depending on a spare here. All right, so double and 9 will get it done. $200 even for Rocio Restrepo. After this game, we'll have a small break again to tally up the scores. All right, and Lilia Robles will take this game and another 30 bonus pins. We're going to have some interesting matchups coming up, folks, in the position round. I'll take the final scores. I'm not sure if Diana Zaviolova got the victory over Missy Parkin. But Zaviolova, Branca, and Parkin will more than likely be within a few pins of each other. So any one of them could be the top seed. In Group A, again at this moment, the way things look, don't have Game 5 scores yet. Rocio Restrepo did not give pins back, but she gained 30 just via the bonus. And Shannon Pluhowski shot 175. It's between those two individuals. It'll be between Karen Rosbrom, Leanne Holstenberg. Let's see if Kelly Kulik has any magic left at this point here. Potentially have a big game. So we'll step aside and get ready for the position round here. So hang tight. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment, folks. You're watching the 2017 QubicaAMF PWBA Sonoma County Open on Extra Frame. I think it would be cool to give you something to watch while we're at it. Talked about Rocio Restrepo. Get an opportunity to take a look at Rocio's player profile. And when we return again, we'll have position round for you on the way.
I used to love like rollerblading. I think had I not been a bowler, I would have probably went that route. In my town, there is one place where they make these wedding bells cupcake, and it's like my favorite. I usually do lattes, so a skim milk latte. Sunset. I'm not a morning person. The trees, the ocean, the people, the food. I love Colombia. Believe it or not, I love reggae music. I used to listen to Bob Marley when I was little. The whole Colombian national team, they call me muñeca, which means doll. I feel like if I wasn't a bowler today, I could actually be in politics, or I could be a judge. I used to be a musician when I was little. I went to a music school from when I was 4 years old. I used to sing. I can't really sing anymore because I don't really practice much. I used to play the violin. A lot of people don't know I have a sister that's gonna be a brain surgeon. I feel like if I give my best and I make people happy, I have succeeded. Because at the end of the day, people always remember how you make them feel. It's not so much about how many titles you won. I know that our society, unfortunately, is really focused on how much money you have and how many titles or how famous you are. To me, is when I see someone and I interact with a person, if I can bring a smile to their day and how I make them feel. So to me, that's success.
ladies and gentlemen. We do have our position rounds. We're ready to go here. We're going to start with Group A. On lanes 29 and 30, we have Diana Zavialova at plus 229 versus Brandy Branca at plus 190. On lanes 33 and 34, very close, not far behind Brandy, is Missy Parkin at plus 183 versus Maria Rodriguez. And on lanes 37 and 38, we have Lily Robles versus Tanya Rummenper. Now over with Group B. On lanes 25 and 26, at plus 272, Rocio Restrepo. She's going to bowl Shannon Plahowski, who is at plus 173. And third and fourth on lanes 21 and 22, we have Karen Rosbrum versus Leanne Holsenberg. And on 17 and 18, we have Kelly Kulik versus Kayla Johnson. All right, match play finalists, please report to your lanes. You're going to get 5 additional minutes to loosen back up, and then we'll please proceed into your position round game. Athletes, your 5 minutes will start as soon as you throw your first ball. Practice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it, Game 6, the final game of match play. The 2 leaders in each group will advance to the PWBA TV stepladder finals, and qualifiers 2, 3, and 4 will head into the group stepladder final this evening at 5 p.m. We have a tight race down there. Lily is only 50 pins out of the stepladder finals. And over in Group B, Kelly Kulik, 34 pins, and Kayla Johnson is just 52 pins out of the group step ladder. All right, bowling fans, pick out your favorite player, cheer her on. Now, how about a great big round of applause for send-off into the position round of the QubicaAMF PWBA Sonoma County Open. Good luck, ladies.
All right, folks, you heard Tournament Director and Director of Operations here on the PWBA Tour, to Neil Milligan. I give the final send-off here. It is position round. It is Game 6, and I am joined by now PWBA champion. I know that sounds fantastic.
It does. It sounds pretty cool.
Brianna Cote, who won the Lexington Open last season. How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Good. All right, so we have Rocio Restrepo and Shannon Pluhowski on 25 and 26. This is Group B to our left, essentially. And then Group A, Diana Zavyalova and Brandy Branca.
Yes, I actually bowled the cashier's round with Brandy today, and she bowled phenomenal. She's had a really great run here today, and I think she's gonna give it all out there to try to make that first TV show for her. So I think it'll be 2 exciting matches. I know Rocio's got a pretty good lead on Shannon, but I would never count Shannon out.
Oh,
you
not
never
at all.
know.
Absolutely.
Demanding patterns. So we'll see kind of what happens here.
It has been an interesting weekend, I would say, of course. There's a lot of talk about the lane condition, but you had a chance to not only bowl, of course, yesterday, but today as well. Briefly, what were your thoughts about the pattern, and how did it challenge you in particular ways?
My first thought when I saw the pattern was, welcome back to the tour. And then, bowling on it, yesterday and today, it was a very demanding pattern. Strikes weren't easy to come by. Spares were what kept you in it. I mean, there were games where not only myself, but people around me that had 1 strike and all spares. And if you were able to do that, you were gonna, make cut and keep advancing, because that was the only way to keep yourself in play. It wasn't about trying to miss a spare and throw a 3-bagger to get you back in. That just wasn't going to happen. Yesterday they were tough. We did have a burn squad. I don't think I've gotten that far left in a really long time. But today I felt like they were a little flippier in the middle. Didn't have as much push. But again, keep laying the pattern down, and things are they're gonna change throughout the time they put the oil pattern down. But I think either way, it's not gonna get any easier. If anything, it's gonna get tougher and tougher.
We're on 29 and 30. Mentioned Brandy Branca. We'll go to her in 1 second. We'll see who goes first. If it's Branca, we'll go to 29 and 30. If it's Restrepo, it's Branca, and then we will go. So, good idea. We've seen Branca on this pair about 2 games ago, if I'm not mistaken. Her run started this morning, as Bree mentioned. 5-pin doesn't go.
No, she started out of the gate 250, 250, and I don't think I had seen a 250, 250 all weekend. Back to back, I should say. So I mean, she jumped on it early. And she hasn't really changed much. She's been playing the same part of the lane, up and down with some balls, but she's kept it in play. If she got into trouble, she made the adjustment, tried to get a double, and picked up her spares. And that's what's, it's showing.
Well, especially on this. Good spare.
Yep. Rocio's spare shooting, I think, has been phenomenal this week. She's been very consistent the last 2 days, which again was hard to come by. But every time I look at her, if she's not striking, she's picking up whatever she's leaving. Try to get a runaway Brooklyn for Diana.
For Diana, we talked about this, and if you recall, last year, she led for the majority of this event.
She did.
In this building.
She shot 300, I believe.
Shot 300 out the gates, game 1. And got towards the middle to the end of match play. And it was this very game that she lost the top seed in their respective group at the time, went into the group stepladder final. And it's 50-50 when you get there at that point.
Yes, it's a tough position to be in. It really is. She essentially had it locked up. Aaron shot, maximum penalty. Left a spare that she just could not make, and ended up having going to that group stepladder. And I don't know if that's playing kind of a deja vu in her mind right now, but she needs to live in the present and not dwell on maybe what happened last year.
We sure hope not, because that was a rare miss on the 5-pin for DZ there. I mentioned it earlier briefly, but I talked to her last night. Of course, we talked about how she was able to play the lanes and go into kind of deep in the bag of tools, if you will, doing some things that she doesn't normally do, and it paid off. And when you get to this situation, she's done so many great things both years in this event. There's too many positives essentially that can outweigh any negatives. So as you said, stay in the present.
Yeah, stay in the present. I mean, she has done, and I've overheard things that she's done today to help get her ball to match up. She's trying to get it down the lane a little bit more, so her thumb isn't feeling very good because she's not used to that. She usually gets it on the lane very clean. But it's good to see her versatility come out, and it's paying off. So that was a great recovery shot by her, and see how this match plays along.
Shannon is the only left-hander in match play.
Correct.
From the high lefty, we saw a couple, of course, yesterday, but no one seemed to have as good a look as Shannon did. First of all,
it's Shannon Pulowski.
It's Shannon Pulowski. So, that's saying something in itself.
Yes. And I believe she used urethane.
I think so, for the majority.
For the majority of the time. She has been throwing reactive mostly today, trying to get some better carry, but spoke to her and I said, 9's good. But there comes a point in every bowler's mind where they get tired of seeing 9 and they do want to strike.
Well, she was throwing reactive, and then last game, actually game 5, went back to urethane middle of the game. It looks to be sticking with that here for the position round game. It's Brandy Branca.
Staying clean through 3.
Going to make the spare. We've got some other interesting matchups going on as well in regards to the group step ladder. Lilia Robles and Tanya Raumieper I believe, way down on 37 and 38. But Robles is 38 pins out of 4th behind Maria Jose Rodriguez, who currently owns the 4th spot.
It looks
in Group
like
A.
Lilia, out of 4 frames, has 1 open. And I want to say the same for her opponent, Tanya. I think that match is pretty even. And then Maria is bowling Missy Parkin right next door.
Strepo done now to Brinka. Oh, gets some good carry.
Crumbles that bucket. Not an easy spare to leave on this.
Yeah, it's a different position for Brandy. She's got some TV experience at the collegiate level. Runner-up in 2010, I believe, with McKendree.
Yes.
But obviously a different situation. You know, now at the professional level, finished 9th last year at the Greater Detroit Open, and so, you know, she's in a real position. Obviously, and you've been there at this
I
point.
was in this exact position last year, trying to be the #1 seed, and that was probably the longest game I've ever bowled. I felt like it took forever, but again, at that point, you just have to just let your ability take control, you know.
It's 39 pins.
39 pins, so essentially she beats Diana by 10. She's on the show.
Yeah, and there's nothing like the automatic berth, folks. It is.
It's beautiful.
The group step ladder final presents an intriguing, and it creates a lot of moments. There's some drama involved. I mean, we saw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Saw a lot of it. I've seen a
Shaq
lot of
Allen
it
shoot
the
300.
last 2 years. Yeah, the 300, and I mean, anything can happen in that step ladder final. I mean, just like when you see the step ladders on TV, it's anybody's game. You know, a little bit of a monkey off your back when you're that #1 seed, you're there. Then you'll deal with that next hurdle when the TV show comes. But you can kind of take a deep breath, and I'm sure Rocio and Diana are really looking for that.
Just
And
a 3-pin.
sends that one out a little too wide.
For Plowhowski. Yeah, I don't doubt. You know, Diana Z would love to kind of wrap this thing up, essentially.
Yeah. You'll feel, I'm sure, some redemption for her.
Yep.
But I would be lying if she's not thinking about it at some point.
We'll start with some good shots.
Yes. That was a great shot.
That's one.
That's one of them. So, great shot.
Other matches going on in Group B. Leanne Holsenberg taking on Karen Rosbrom. That is essentially a 3-4 match in Group B. Rosbrom is plus 57 in a good spot from a group stepladder position. Holsenberg is minus 87.
Yeah, so Karen has got the group stepladder wrapped up. She's going to be in there. So depending on what Kelly and I don't know what Kelly's doing. It's Kelly Kulik. Great shot by Brandy. Good double. Very good double.
All right, over to Restrepo here on 25 and 26. Again, a Group B match. Restrepo, Plowhowski, Rosbrom, Holsenberg, Kulik versus Kayla Johnson down on the low end. Brooklyn carry for Restrepo. Kulik 34 pins back, as you said, of Leanne. Kayla Johnson just 52 back. She struggled, I believe, in game 4 on 25 and 26. But I got a shot 218 in game 5 and got a victory.
It's a good way to come back after a bad game. Have a good 218 game and then get some 30 pins. That's huge. Brandy working on a double. A little too far.
All right, 2, 4, 5, 7.
Yeah. I call that the empty bucket with a handle.
The empty bucket with a handle. Are there a few names for that leave? Is that
That's
like
just what I
your
call
leave?
it. That's just what I
mean,
call it. I
that's what
call
you
it the
call
bucket with the handle, the
Okay.
empty bucket. My dog's name is Bucket. That's
Okay.
why. So
Okay, that works.
I named my dog after the spare.
Shout out to Bucket.
Shout out to Bucket.
All right, Restrepo on your screen.
Oh, run away again.
And the bucket with the empty handle is chopped.
Nice job. Diana gets a double here. We can bring that match closer together.
Again, other matches going on in Group A. Rodriguez and Parkin. Missy is that total of plus 183, kind of firmly entrenched.
Yeah, she looks like she's struggling though this game, but maybe she's trying to figure out something. I believe they are bowling on fresh though.
It will be fresh for the group step ladder final. That's a break, maybe.
Oh.
No.
Well, that was a good 9. That was a good 9 leave. Lucio spare ball on the impressive.
Oh, it was
impressive.
Fine. That should be 2 8s, 3 9s with a spare ball.
If you can do it, more power to you.
All right, the Rosbrom-Holstenberg matches finishing up relatively quickly.
Yeah, they're going pretty fast.
So are Kayla Johnson and Kelly Kulik. They look to be in the 8th or 9th frame.
The 2 matches that are in front of us are expect them to go a little slower. The bowlers are a little slower, plus means a little bit more. I believe Tanya and Lilia are about in the 7th or 8th frame as well.
So the scores to kind of keep an eye on, and we'll have the announcements made when we get done. But Lilia Robles' score and whatever Maria Jose Rodriguez finishes with this game, those two could potentially flip-flop. They could be Robles.
They could.
Big shot there for Pluhowski.
Great double.
Well, Shannon's got 258 out there.
She does. Rocio's working at like a 2-0 pace, I believe. Another great shot by Diana. Sure, she's wanting that 5-pin spare back.
Yeah, such a rarity. Yesterday I watched a lot of, and I'm sure you can attest, anything in the middle of the lane with the head pin. A lot of players were throwing their plastic balls right up the middle of the lane.
Yes, I did that today. I normally like to, line up off my strike shot, but they were just so unpredictable. Straighter was greater at your spares for sure.
Renka in the 7th.
Comes up a little high, 4-pin.
Low scoring match between Holstenberg and Rosbrom. Restrepo.
It's a better shot.
Rocio not really giving any ground.
No, I can't say I'm surprised. She's very tough. She's a tough competitor. She gives 110% on every single shot. So it's not going to be an easy task for anyone. So we have a 4-pin match between Brandy and Diana.
Let's see, Restrepo will reset.
See who goes first.
Again, 39 pins, the difference in Group A. On the line, automatic spots on
First TV show.
first
of the
TV
season.
show. Absolutely.
It's exciting.
It will be taped at the USBC Queens on May 23rd to air Tuesday, June 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Good shot.
Great shot from Brandy.
Back to Restrepo.
Ooh, I think she may have gotten
There
away with that one.
Is the patented Restrepo emotion right there.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like at this point Restrepo has done enough.
She's making a TV show.
to earn
See
her
if
spot.
Diana could. take a lead here. Maybe Shannon's bowling a great game still.
Oh.
Ooh, trips the 10 late.
Out of there, 10 pin.
Ooh,
Major shot
that was
making
her
there.
best friend right there. Not even bowling, I'm all excited.
Back
'Cause
scores.
you know how hard it is.
Oh, for sure. 222.
And 228 for Diana. Is that my correct math there?
That is correct.
Yay.
You get 30 pins, still important. Of course, the winner will receive the 30 pin bonus. So for Brandy Branca again, as Brianna Cote excellently explained.
Just gonna have to beat her by 10.
Right, 3-6 for Diana. Here, just as you can see on your screen, taking her time. You see the
Deep breath.
everything move, her body move, taking the deep breath.
Take your time, there's no rush.
Shannon Pulhowski, nice game, 236.
236. Clean game. Very nice. Way to
She will
get
be
into
the
that step ladder.
top seed in Group B step ladder. Group B step ladder.
Oh.
That'll be Lucio Restrepo, who will be the first, essentially, to earn a TV spot. Still much to be determined, however, on 29 and 30. Appreciate you tuning in, folks. This is Position Round, Game 6.
Exciting stuff right here.
One match complete. Kelly Kulik and Kayla Johnson. Not sure of the scores. Restrepo 8, but here is Branca.
Trips the 4-9.
Wow. The 9 goes. Well, it's in the hands of Brandy Branca at this point.
It is.
Diana can only shoot 206.
If you were in this situation, would you win it in your hands?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Players play.
That's right.
Give me the ball.
Give me the ball. I'm in.
A strike here. They all, I think she needs at least a dub if my math is correct. Wow.
Great shots by Brandy. Absolutely amazing.
62-91.
That puts her in the pending count. If Diana were to strike out, it's 206.
We give her the 206, so a double. It's a must-strike situation for Brandy Branca.
Yes.
Strike on this shot.
To ensure it.
And she will make her first ever TV show. PWBA Tour. Coming into your screen for television. And
That's
Brandy
incredible.
Branca.
I will. She bowled amazing today.
Wow.
Nobody can take away from how she bowled today. And wow, great job, Brandy. Great job.
That's the story there.
Great
There's
job.
2 stories.
Mm-hmm.
There's a repeat story, unfortunate, but there's still an opportunity.
But Diana can still get there. She's not done.
But In this situation, this is all Brandy Branca.
This is all Brandy Branca, and she earned every ounce of this.
She went 100 over in the cashier's round. And that is enough. Not sure if she knows it, but now she does. The highest of the highs.
Oh my gosh, feeling.
And the lowest of the lows right there.
That's right.
That's just that hug, essentially.
Yeah.
It was like Brandy, you know, doing what you need to do.
Yeah.
Congratulatory sportsmanship, Diana, too,
yes.
as well. But Brandy as like a shock hug right
That's
there.
right.
And Diana
Definite
Z
shock.
is
Definite shock.
a little different emotion, of
Yes.
course, at this point.
But, you know, again, she's got to move forward and look, you know, she still only has to bowl, I believe, one game
One game at
to
this
make
point,
the show.
unless
So
something weird happened.
I don't think so.
We don't know
I-
what Missy Parkwell.
The highest game on that pair looked like 190, but they both have M's up there, so I don't know.
That's a good point, actually. But we don't know
looks
the
like
final score.
I think Missy Parkin shot 166 and Maria shot 192.
That is correct. Thank goodness for last names.
Yes.
At the
So I
bottom of
believe
screens.
Diana will still stay the 2 seed.
Well, there it is, folks. Brandy Branca, Rocio Restrepo. Restrepo now almost a veteran at this point. She'll be on
Yeah,
TV
she
again.
is. Yeah.
But Brandy Branca, first career TV appearance. She earned it, every single pin of it.
Oh man, she did. Congratulations to Rocio and Brandy on some awesome bowling on such a demanding pattern.
That's what I took out of this. I said, you know, no matter who wins, no matter who makes TV, but those who do end up making, to know that you made TV on this condition,
Yeah,
first
definitely.
stop of the season, a lot of emotions, just the excitement of being back on tour.
Yes.
You get to see everyone, you know,
Yeah, get back in the
back in the
groove.
groove.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was just happy making a top 32, so I thought that was hard, you know, and bowling
It was.
the casher. I said we bowled the survivor round this morning, not the casher round. But then to come out, it was just awesome to watch. I mean, I bowled 6 games there, like I said earlier, and she came out swinging and kept on through match play. Great bowling to Diana, but Brandy stepped up her game today.
Let's take a look briefly at Brandy's scores today. Let's see, 237. This is match play. 237, 191, 257, 196, 189.
Gentlemen, how about a great big round of
Cashier's
applause
round.
for our match play
256, 257, 206, 192, 189, 205.
At this time, it is my
Yes.
pleasure to introduce
Amazing.
to you your finalists. We'll start
Wow.
with Group B.
Voice you hear
Your
here is
tournament
Tennille
leader,
Milligan.
the top seed for
Top
the
seed.
TV show. Please put your hands together for Rocio Restrepo.
Rocio Restrepo.
Will be your number 1 seed.
And over leading Group A, making her first TV show, please put your hands together for Brandy Branca. Those 2 ladies are guaranteed to be on our CBS televised finals. All right, now for your group step ladder finals that will begin this evening at 5 p.m. We're going to move back over to Group A. Number 4 qualifier, Maria Rodriguez. And her opponent in the opening match will be your number 3 qualifier, Missy Parkin. The winner of that match will then go on to meet the number 2 qualifier, Diana Zavialva. All right, now over in Group B, the number 4 qualifier.
Of course, hugs all
Kelly
around.
Kulik.
DZ will have a little break.
Looks like
Her opponent in
Kelly.
the opening match
How
will
about
be your
that?
number 3 qualifier,
Kelly Kulik,
Sarah
everybody.
Rosbroom.
So there we go. Did not know
couldn't
what
even see it.
Kelly
We're
Kulik
too
shot.
far away, but Kelly
And the winner of
surpassed
that match will
Leanne.
go on to
It was
meet
enough
our
to
number 2
edge out Leanne
qualifier,
Holstenberg.
Shannon Plahowski.
And Shannon Puhalski rounds out.
These are your finalists, ladies and gentlemen. How about one more round of applause for all of them?
I need to go take a photo. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
So the match play or step ladder starts at 5 p.m.
Begin at 5 p.m. We'll see you
just
then.
over an hour from now.
Okay, I guess I need to take photos.
So go take photos.
I'm gonna go do that.
You go take
and
photos.
Get some other things set up.
All
I
right.
appreciate you, Bree.
No problem.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Again, the group step ladder finals. Congrats to Rocio Restrepo and Brandy Branca, first ever TV show.
Right.
We will see her no matter what in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
See who joins them. To be
Absolutely.
continued.
Group step ladder final coming up in an hour.
Right.
5 p.m. local time. So for Brianna Cote, Angie Ramirez-Perea, who joined us earlier, my name is Emil Williams Jr. Back in a moment, folks. What an exciting day this has been. The QubicaAMF PWBA Sonoma County Open rolls on live on Extra Frame.